stripe, stripe, stripe.
A long, thin line or mark that is different from the rest of something. Here's a sample sentence. The tiger's fur had distinctive black and orange stripes that ran down its back.
Strive, strive, strive.
This means to try very hard to achieve something, often despite difficulties or challenges. Here is a sample sentence for the word strive. She has always strived to be the best in her field, dedicating countless hours to perfecting her craft and pushing herself to new heights. In this sentence, the word strive means to make an effort or exert oneself to achieve something, often with determination and perseverance.
Stroke, stroke, stroke.
It's a sudden loss of brain function, often caused by a blockage or bleeding in the blood vessels that supply the brain. Here is a sample sentence. After exercising, she felt a sudden stroke of pain in her leg. In this example, stroke refers to a sudden and severe attack or spasm of pain.
Stroll, stroll, stroll.
It's a leisurely walk, often at a slow pace, where you take time to enjoy your surroundings. Here is a sample sentence. After lunch, she decided to take a leisurely stroll through the park and enjoy the warm sunshine.
Structural, structural, structural.
This word refers to something that is connected or related in a way that makes it strong and stable, like building blocks that fit together well. Here is a sample sentence. The structural integrity of the building was compromised by the earthquake, causing significant damage to its foundation and walls. In this sentence, structural refers to the underlying framework or system that provides support and stability to something, in this case, the building.
Structure, structure, structure.
It's something that gives things their shape, form, or organization. It's what holds things together and makes them stable. Here is a sample sentence. The architect carefully planned the building structure to ensure it could withstand strong winds and earthquakes. In this example, structure refers to the arrangement or organization of the building's components, such as its framework, walls, and foundation.
Stubborn, stubborn, stubborn.
This word describes someone who refuses to change their mind or do something they don't want to, even when others try to convince them otherwise. Here is a sample sentence. After arguing with her parents, Sarah was stubborn and refused to go to bed until she got her way. In this example, stubborn describes Sarah's behavior as being resistant to change or persuasion.
Studio, studio, studio.
A place where people go to create things, like music, art, or videos, using special equipment and tools. Here's a sample sentence. The artist spent most of her day working in her studio, painting and experimenting with different techniques.
Stuff, stuff, stuff.
It's a general term for things, often unclear or unspecified. Here's a sample sentence. I'm going to pack all my stuff into the car before we leave. This sentence uses stuff as an informal noun phrase, referring to miscellaneous personal belongings or items.
Stuffy, stuffy, stuffy.
This word describes something or someone that is too formal, serious, or proper. It's like being too perfect or trying too hard to be polite. Here's a sample sentence. After being cooped up in the house all day, Emily's room felt really stuffy, and she was eager to get some fresh air. In this example, stuffy describes the feeling of being closed in or stale, often due to a lack of ventilation.
Stumble, stumble, stumble.
To trip or fall because you're not paying attention to where you're going, often due to being careless or surprised by something. Here is a sample sentence. After walking in the dark, she stumbled over a rock and almost fell. This sentence demonstrates the verb stumble, meaning to trip or fall because of losing one's balance.
Sturdy, sturdy, sturdy.
This word describes something that is strong, and able to withstand rough treatment or hard use without breaking or getting damaged easily. Here's a sample sentence. The wooden table was sturdy enough to support the weight of several heavy chairs. In this example, sturdy describes the table as being strong and able to withstand a significant amount of weight.
Style, style, style.
It's how something looks or feels, often in a way that shows personality or taste. Here is a sample sentence. The fashion designer's new collection was praised for its unique style, which blended vintage and modern elements to create a truly eye-catching look. This sentence demonstrates how the word style can be used to describe a distinctive or a fashionable way of doing something.
Subdue, subdue, subdue.
To make someone or something less powerful, strong, or wild. Here is a sample sentence. The strong winds were able to subdue the small trees, bending them to the ground. In this example, subdue means to overcome or overpower something. In this case, the trees, and make it yield or submit.
Subject, subject, subject.
It's something or someone that is being talked about, written about, or studied. Here is a sample sentence. The main subject of the book is the history of space exploration. In this example, the history of space exploration is the subject of the sentence.
Subjective, subjective, subjective.
This means something is personal to you, and what one person thinks or feels about it might be different from someone else's thoughts or feelings. Here is a sample sentence. The subjective experience of watching a beautiful sunset can vary greatly from person to person, with some people finding it calming and others feeling inspired. In this sentence, subjective refers to the personal and individual nature of one's experience or opinion. It implies that what one person finds enjoyable or meaningful may not be the same for another person.
Submarine, submarine, submarine.
A type of underwater vehicle that can carry people or things, and is designed to stay hidden beneath the surface of the water. Here is a sample sentence. The submarine dove deep into the ocean, its propellers creating a massive whirlpool as it disappeared beneath the surface.
Submerge, submerge, submerge.
To put something completely underwater or another liquid so that it can't be seen. Here's a sample sentence. The scuba diver carefully submersed herself in the crystal clear waters, exploring the vibrant coral reef below.
Submit, submit, submit.
To give up control or authority to someone else, often because you have to follow their rules or decisions. Here is a sample sentence. The student submitted her essay on time, but unfortunately, it contained several grammatical errors. In this example, submitted means to give or present something, in this case, an essay, for consideration or evaluation.
Subordinate, subordinate, subordinate.
This word refers to someone or something that is under the control or authority of another person or thing. Here is a sample sentence. The new employee was told that she would be reporting directly to her supervisor, who was considered a subordinate to the department head. In this example, subordinate refers to someone who has a lower rank or position than another person.